You know that feeling? You look in the mirror and that little voice in your head asks, am I beautiful enough? I think we've all been there. So today, we're going to dig into why that question has so much power over us, and maybe, just maybe, find a new way to answer it.
So let's just get right to it. How important is it to be beautiful? I mean, really, how much does what we look like on the outside actually matter? It's a question that, can totally send you down a rabbit hole of self-doubt. But as we're about to find out, it can also lead to some pretty amazing self-discovery.
Okay, so first things first, we got to talk about where all this pressure even comes from, right? Because society, it's kind of set up this really specific and honestly super narrow idea of what beautiful is supposed to look like. And it's kind of wild how we all immediately know this checklist, isn't it? You hear the word beautiful, and your brain just automatically pictures these things. Clear skin, no pimples, no dark circles, a certain skin tone. It's like there's this secret unwritten rulebook for beauty that we all got handed at birth.
And listen to this. These judgments, they start so early. The writer of the article we're looking at tells this story from when she was just a kid. A neighbor actually said to her mom, for her age, your daughter's a bit short. Wow. It's those little throwaway comments that plant these tiny seeds of doubt that can stick with you for your entire life.
And that little seed of doubt, well, it grows into this constant inner voice, right? Suddenly, something as simple as shopping for clothes turns into this whole interrogation. You're standing there thinking, will this even look good on my body, with my height, my skin tone? You're not just buying a shirt, you're putting yourself on trial. And honestly, it's just exhausting.
So all this self-judgment, where does it go from there? Well, it usually leads to something even worse, falling into that trap of constantly, and I mean constantly, comparing ourselves to other people.
And let's be real for a second. This can be a tough one to talk about, but it's true in a lot of places. Our eyes are just trained to notice someone with fairer skin first. And because of that, we might not even see the person standing right next to them who has the most incredible eyes, or amazing hair, or just this incredible energy, all because of a bias we don't even know we have.
And this right here, this is what happens in our heads. It's this painful side-by-side comparison. You see someone who you think is perfect, and bam, your brain immediately starts listing all the ways you don't measure up. It's this vicious cycle of self-criticism, and it can feel like it's playing on a loop 24/7.
And here's the kicker. This isn't something we're always choosing to do. It just happens. For so many of us, that comparison is totally automatic. It's a mental reflex that kicks in before you can even stop it, which is exactly what makes it so hard to break. All right, so if we're all stuck in this automatic loop, what's the escape plan? How do we get out? Well, this is where we turn a corner. It's time to talk about a totally new and way more powerful definition of what beauty can be.
Think about this. What if we just threw out the old definition of beauty and started over? Like, completely. Instead of all the physical stuff, what if we focused on what's inside? What if beauty is really about a person's behavior, how they understand the world, the way they talk to people? Now that is a game-changing idea.
And it's pretty ironic when you think about it. The author mentions she has naturally wavy hair, but she spent years and years straightening it because she thought that was the right way to be beautiful. It's that classic thing, right? We always want what we don't have, instead of just loving the things that make us, us.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. Maybe you're amazing at your studies, or maybe you love wearing formal clothes. What's wrong with that? Nothing. That is your natural beauty. It's your passions, your style, your talents. That's where the real stuff is. Okay, so this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it's the most important one. All these new ways of thinking about beauty, they all point to one single thing: learning to accept yourself.
But hold on, there's a really important point here. Accepting yourself doesn't mean you can never change. Not at all. Modifying your look isn't a bad thing. If getting new glasses or a new haircut makes you feel awesome and more presentable, go for it. The difference is why you're doing it. It should come from a place of wanting to feel good, not from a place of thinking you're not good enough.
The author tells this great story about her friends. She says they weren't what you'd call conventionally attractive, but they could walk into any room and just impress everyone. How'd they do it? They had a smart attitude, amazing presentation skills, and this incredible confidence. And those things, they're absolutely magnetic. Best part is, those are things you can build, not things you have to be born with. And check out this personal story she shares. It's so good. She says, "My husband is not at all good looking, but he is very tall, and that's what I liked." I love that. It's such a perfect example of how beauty is totally in the eye of the beholder. What one person finds attractive is completely different for someone else. There's no universal rule book.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Here's a great way to think about it. Physical beauty is kind of like a guest. It's only around for a few days. But your inner qualities, your personality, your smarts, your confidence, those last a lifetime. That's the stuff that really matters in the long run.
So after all this, we're left with just one thing. The only definition of beauty that really, truly matters is yours. So I'm going to leave you with that question to chew on. What is your definition of beauty?